Howdy, y'all. So I wanted to come to y'all and explain what was going on the other night. And I wanted to talk directly to the sheriff. That did all that. When you see a concerned citizen, brother, who's out there just trying to do what you won't do because jurisdictional issues, well, the worst thing you could do is arrest them, because most of the time they're not going to be like me. They're not going to fucking sit there and ask you to do something after the fact. They're going to tell you to go fuck yourself. See, I'm a lot stronger than that. Yeah, sure, you put handcuffs on me, and I think that's wrong. Matter of fact, that's unacceptable. But my concern for my community goes way deeper. Because a lot of my community carry arms. For good fucking reason. Sure, some of them have, concealed carry weapon permits. But the reality is, state reciprocity laws dictate that that all laws are reciprocal, right? Well, if all laws are reciprocal, that means that if I have my recommendation for marijuana, for medical marijuana, I can smoke medical marijuana in Arizona. That also means that if in Arizona I can constitutionally carry, then I can constitutionally carry here. And that is the law. Another thing, state of California has a mandate within the Constitution of the state of California. And it states that no law brought before the courts or before the people may negate, negotiate against, or infringe upon any law mandated and dictated by the United States Constitution, nor may it conflict with the rights therefore given. The Second Amendment clearly states that the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. What you did the other night was a violation, Section 242, action under the color of law, in conspiracy with others to remove rights of an individual. That, sir, is an unlawful act against the Constitution itself. And by doing so, you have removed of yourself the right to call yourself a law enforcement officer. Now, you are deputized by the sheriff-elect, which means that you have besmirched his name. That is unacceptable, and I expect that the sheriff-elect will do what is necessary. If it does not happen, I will find out very soon. Very soon. Because what you may not know about me is I frequent the court. I watch. I'm an observer. I am what some would call a suspicious observer. I watch everything and I report back to the people. And what you did last night, or not last night, but the night before last, February 16th, was unacceptable. It was conduct unbecoming an officer of law. You were enforcing a suggestionary statute which conflicts directly with the United States Constitution and with the Constitution of the State of California, which means you violated your oath of office, sir. Unfortunate as it is, this is reality. Now, I don't like throwing people under the bus, so I'm not going to put your name out there. Suffice to say, we know who each other are. And if I ever see you again on my street, I will turn my back to you. If I see you in dire need, I will allow God to finally show you the judgment that you so easily sought for me. I will allow for nature to take its course, instead of having you and having your back, because you chose to seek my harm. You could have simply asked me, "Sir, may I see that? Would you hand it to me? I'd like to check to make sure this is not a firearm. Is that okay with you?" I still follow the laws in the state of California, but I also find that I cannot go against the United States Constitution, the right of the people to keep and bear arms, whether that be for their defense, or the defense of the Commonwealth, or the defense of others. It is defensive, as you found out. I will not utilize them except in my own defense. That is why, when all said and done, I still did not go against you. I still did not attack you, because I sought to help my community. And then to do what I can to protect others. Now I see where you stand, and I am warning my community. Be wary of your sheriffs. They were not truly duly elected. Be wary of your sheriffs and your highway patrol. They seek to go after people for having their Second Amendment about them. A competent defense does not just mean a lawyer. It means knowledge. And it means an appropriate capability of lethality when necessary. When not necessary, it is appropriate to keep that around you and about your person, but to not utilize it. So in case you're wondering whether I do know the law, sir, I studied it from the time I turned 1. My father got thrown in jail for having a pistol, for just having it. He didn't know the law. You know what? I took heart in that, because I know the law now. And what you suggested is suggestory law. It is an infringement upon the rights of American citizens. Suggestory law has no basis nor foothold in a courtroom. And any prosecution of that suggestory law in any instance other than felonious activity with an interest to cause harm is not proper and appropriate. You know it. We both know it. Let me put it this way. You were wearing your gun on the outside too, but yours was a firearm. You did not have a metal badge. You did not have an appropriate badge number. You did not have my permission to be holding that firearm. Yet you did. Yet you held. Yet you acted. And that is color of law, sir. And when I say that you were suggesting that I was violating the law, your hypocrisy, sir, is what kicks you in the ass. Because I'll be very clear. This is not a firearm. That's not a firing pin. You see that? That's a rubber gasket. Why would you have a rubber gasket on a firing pin? Right? You don't need a rubber gasket for a firing pin. You need a locking lug. Or two. Now, you know what I noticed about what you had on your hip? That was a firearm. You know what else I noticed about what you had on about your person? You had knives, you had guns, you had explosives. I've never seen a police officer with explosives. I've never seen a sheriff with explosives. I've seen Minutemen with explosives. Once in a blue moon. When they are facing off hordes of people, trying to kill them. And that is the difference, sir.